Hi guys, I'm Scratch and welcome to today's video. First off, I am feeling really ill, but I just had to react to this trailer, so I apologise for how my voice sounds. Yeah, this is going to be a quick reaction to the trailer, a look into quantum technology, I think it's called, that Coffee Stain just dropped, and oh boy, does it have a lot. So I might miss things because I'm just going to be jumping back and forth through different bits and pieces, but if you notice anything that I've missed, feel free to drop them in the comments. Right, let's just jump back to the beginning of the trailer and start from the beginning. So I mean, yeah, there's so much in here, but yeah, we get a look at those barriers again down the bottom there. Those new barriers, we can see that, and I don't know if that's a new window type as well. Not obviously the bottom one, but the second one up. I think that's a new window type. I don't recognize it. I could be wrong, but I think that's new. Let's carry on. I mean, this trailer is jam-packed. In the background there, through that new window, I'm pretty sure that's a new window, you can see the constructors putting out some kind of, you'll see it a lot, and you see some new stuff coming out of those constructors. Obviously something, there they are, something to do with quantum stuff, because that's the name of the trailer. We can also see, if you see on the belt, I've no real way of pointing this out, but the belt that's coming out, we'll see in better later, near the power poles, that's got a new thing coming out as well, like the little triangular pieces. Another new item. There's so many new items in this trailer, it's ridiculous. You can see again down in the bottom left those things that were coming out of the constructor. I think through there you can see some new items there as well. Through that glass window at the top, so I'm pointing with my mouse that you can't see, and then through the glass roof you can see those new machines, and they look really cool, how they kind of like pulse in and out and make that, there you go, that red light. That looks really cool. Again, we can see here, if you just look through this new window, you can see a little bit of that like quantum. So obviously something happens when you use quantum on a machine, because you're doing some kind of quantum thing to a machine, because you can see it quite clearly in a lot of the shots. You see it have a better look at that, and I think that ingot there that's shining is new as well. There you go, there's those triangle things again, you see them shooting down the belts here. And I think actually, something I've just noticed, if I jump back here a little bit, look at that in the sky. You see those two lights going up? Now they look kind of similar to the highlight markers that you can put down to highlight something. But at the moment we can only do one of those. Maybe it's an emission from another machine, but I don't know. That's interesting. In the back, going into the clouds there, if you can see them. So who knows what that is? Could be nothing. And yeah, we can see some more stuff going on down here. I think you can see those quantum, oh no, they're quartz crystals, aren't they? Sorry. Here you get another look at those two machines. They're kind of, don't know what shape they are, bit of a weird shape, but yeah, and you see the glowing green pipes next to them that you can clearly see coming out of those machines and into some fluid buffers. Yeah, so obviously they produce some kind of liquid or gas. Shots here, I think you can see on some of those belts some new items. They're moving very quickly, so it's hard to see. This is the new item they focus on a lot, some kind of new crystal. Maybe this is what you do with Samus loops, maybe this is a completely new thing, maybe this is processed Samus, and there in the background you can see that manufacturer as well has the purple steam coming out of it. So obviously again something quantum-y. Now you can see if we play it, it looks like it's producing computers. So maybe it's not to do with what it's producing. I mean, I think that's a computer, just a regular computer that it's producing. Maybe, as we'll see at the end of the trailer, maybe it's a different way of overclocking the machines, doing something extra to them to power them up more. Because like I say, that looks like it's just producing normal computers, but it's got all the quantum stuff. Well, I assume quantum, because that's what the trailer's called, smoke and stuff coming out of it. And you'll see later the energy coming off the power connector as well for a constructor. Also in the background, I've just noticed you can see it might be the same green liquid because it's blurred in the background. Let me just see if I can zoom this in a bit. There, you see that green there? It could be the green, or it could be a new blue one. And again, you get another little look at those. Don't know what shape they are. Weird black machines. Put that back. But yeah, maybe that's new, maybe that's just the green one and it's blurred, but let's carry on. Yeah, more of the crystal. You see that warping again in the center section here. Just here. Through the window. Try to line this back up now. Sorry about that. Doing this on the fly. And you can see, actually, if I zoom this back out, down here, you see those? They're definitely new parts we've not seen before. So many new parts in this trailer. Obviously, I assume to do with tier 9, but maybe they'll add them into other tiers. We just don't know. Get this right to the right size. There we go. And we'll carry on through the trailer. Yeah, very interesting, that smoke warping there. Look at the new MAM here. So looking at the new MAM. So I think that's the first full shot we've got of it. I think it looks cool. I mean, I didn't mind the old MAM. But, you know, in the background here as well, we can see, if I put it in the center, I think there's those triangle things again. And it might be that blue liquid. It might be the green one. I don't know. But it looks interesting. And you'll see it better later. And I showed it kind of in the intro. Look at that copper on that pipe there. So we obviously saw the gold before. Now we're seeing copper. So this does indicate that there's more customizables. And the really exciting thing is you can kind of see it on that particle accelerator. It looks like you can apply it to machines as well. I just noticed in the background there as well. We zoom right in. There's a very shiny object there behind that train station. That might be something new, but it could just be, again, blurriness. Let me try. Oh, actually, I think I've just answered the question on what those beams were. I think we may have seen that in a previous, but you can see there coming out of that, what people are calling the quantum encoder, there's a beam coming out of that. So I think that's what those beams were coming up into the sky, was that quantum encoder. So yeah, that's probably what that was. Carrying on, and there we have quantum computers finally coming out of the manufacturer. See it right there? So we definitely confirmed they're coming out of manufacturers now. It's good to see them being finally produced. Again, apologies for my horrible sounding voice. These are interesting here as well. The quantum encoders, obviously, and I think that confirms there that that is a new blue rather than the green one we've seen before. If I zoom this in even more, you see on this, but we get a better look at them later. These new crystals. Maybe something to do with Samuel. Maybe something to do with something else. We'll find out when we get 1.0. Sorry, let's just resize this again. Zooming around all over the place. Wish I knew a quicker way of doing this. Carry on. So yeah, who knows what they're for. Definitely looks like there's that blue liquid coming out as well. And here's that better view of that copper pipe with the orange and a quantum computer. And that was that hang on a sec. Was that a quantum computer? Off on that belt? No, I think that's another new item. I think that is another new item sneaking by in the background here. You see it? This little cheeky boy here. That's definitely something new we haven't seen before. Trying to sneak it past us. They have fully loaded this trailer with so much stuff. People are going to be dissecting this. I am probably missing a ton, like I said. If you want to drop in the comments all the things I've probably missed, feel free. Yeah, that's a new item. And here you go. Better view of this lovely shiny pipe. I think you can kind of see it in the background there. It's on the fluid buffer as well. And look, here you go. You get a really good shot to see that you can also apply this to the machines. You can see that looks like the quantum encoder again. It's got the pipe and the two inputs, and that crystal we've seen before is going into it, as well as the new purple fluid. And there's another input that's not being used. But excitingly, you can see that there's a nice not chrome because that's silver, but a nice shiny copperish, I guess. I don't know what you call it, customization added to the, I suppose, the quantum encoder. I think that's what that is, which is cool. So maybe we can add it to other things. Maybe we can add it to different things. Oh, and look there's that crystal as well. I think that looks like, which direction is that heading? Let's check. Hang on, sorry, I've lost my thing. There we go. If I play this, no, that is heading out of the particle. I think this is a particle accelerator here. That crystal is heading out of it. So maybe it's waste from some kind of power source. Maybe you can use SAMOR for power. Then again, no, sorry, you don't use particle accelerators for power, do you? But you do process. I haven't unlocked them yet. Well, I have, but I haven't built them yet. You do make like plutonium pellets and stuff in them, so maybe this is a new late game fuel source. Who knows? Should cut it on. Again, there's that beam, so that's what that was. You can see again here the copper on the particle accelerators. I think down in this corner again, if I zoom in, we can see that crystal again, just down there, and those crystals as well. I'm sure I'm missing an absolute ton here because it's just so fully loaded with stuff. So many new items. It looks like a slightly different color as well than the other one, so maybe it's different colors for what different things are. I think this is where we see, yeah, there's some nuclear pasta and some more of, there you go, we get a really nice view of these crystals coming along this belt here. And then out of here, what is this thing? Making a clicky noise. I don't know how that was, because I was thinking as soon as I heard this and it made like a clicky noise, I was kind of like, I hope that doesn't make that in game, because if I'm producing 200 of these things and there's 200 of them going click 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 click, that might get a little bit on your nerves, you know. But who knows? Maybe it's just enhancement for the trailer. But it looks like it's coming out of a no, is that a manufacturer? Might be. But yeah, interesting. Maybe it's a new superposition oscillator. I could kind of, or a completely new thing. I could see that because of how it's like changing and moving. It's a very cool item though. Very, very cool. There we go. We can see here that those crystals that we've seen are going in to the quantum encoder, along with that other new part and some raw quartz. And what comes out? Sure, we see what comes out. Yeah, here you go. It looks like a new, well, it looks very like a power shard. It looks incredibly like a power shard. But I can't see that they would leave power shard, and that purple either gas or liquid is coming out as well. But I can't see they would leave power shards until you unlock this, unless it's a very early game thing, and I honestly don't think it would be. So that's confusing, that a power shard is coming out of this quantum encoder. I could be wrong. It could not be a power shard. It could be a new version of a power shard, an upgraded version of a power shard, but it looks very similar to the power shards. I don't think it actually is. Maybe it's like quantum overclocking, but I think by the time you get to that level in the game, I can't see the point in more overclocking. So it's very interesting what this is going to be for. Say, I only think it's something to do with overclocking because it looks like a power shard. But obviously that's not how you do it, unless they're getting rid of slugs. And that's what quantum technology is for, to overclock your machines. But it would seem like quantum would be a very end thing. You know, you would build right up to the quantum stuff and then unlock power shards right at the end of the game. Like, that doesn't seem right. So I think it will be for something else, something we've seen like with the other machines, with that quantum energy coming off them. I think it will be something to do with that, to be honest. And then at the end here, little clip. Oh, actually, look at that. There's the... Let's go back here. Can I try and... Sorry. Trying to see if I can frame... Oh, there it was. I missed it. Can I jump through frames? No. Sorry, I'm going to try and get this. I'm going to try and get it. There it was. It looked like the Pioneer in front of that, the kind of teleporty thing we've seen before. See it again. Yeah, that looks like the Pioneer in front of that teleport thing. And then, right at the end here, finally, we get what looks like a Mark III miner, and what looks like a Mark VI belt. Because that is not a belt we have at the moment, and look at how fast those things are coming out of there, absolutely flying. So I assume that's their solution. That's their solution for being able to mine, not being able to mine I think it's 1,200, is it, per minute out of the Mark III miner, fully overclocked. Looks like we're getting a new belt speed, which will be great. I mean, I assume either they'll drop them all a little bit, like so it's not 1,200, or they'll keep it at that. But that's our solution. In the back we can see a little crab hatcher. I can't tell if it's this new one that everyone's talking about. It looks a little bit more squished, and the flies in the background look like they're glowing a bit more than normal, because they've been teasing that in a few different trailers, the new egg hatcher that's going to be in it as well. But yeah, so much stuff. Probably missed an absolute ton, but I think the main exciting things, if we jump through a new windows, we can see there some weird quantum stuff going on with these constructors, new items. There you go, there's the what I was talking about with the power. If I zoom this in here, connector, you see how that's glowing, that power connector? That's what I was talking about. But the light would be blue if it was overclocked. So maybe it's something to do with what it's producing. But then again, like we saw it later with the manufacturer, what looked like it's producing computers. If we can find that. And it was still doing that. It was still kind of making that quantum. There it was. Here. See, it's doing the quantum smoke, and it really does look like those are computers that are coming out of that manufacturer. So it's a bit confusing as to whether that, and I'm not mistaken, I think that's just a yellow light on it. Yeah, that's, oh no, it is overclocked. It is overclocked. And then it goes orange. So it is overclocked, it is making that smoke. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, really, what that means. But I assume it's something new we can do to the machines to enhance them somehow. I don't know. Curious. But yeah, I think the main things that excite me are confirmation that there's going to be more kind of customization we can add to pipes, and not only pipes, but also machines, which you can see here. So many new items to produce. So many. Admittedly, yeah, some of them could be reskins of old items, but I don't think they'd be hiding them in the background. I think I don't think they're exciting enough. You know, we've got these new crystals. We've got this new thing. There you go. We've got this power shard coming out. Which confuses the hell out of me. I think it's going to confuse most people. I don't know if that's exactly the same as a power shard, but it looks like one. And then obviously, finally, we have a way of getting all of the ore out of an overclocked Mark III miner, which is great. Anyway, again, apologies for my terrible voice in this video. I've been feeling horrendously bad. I'd planned to get another video out for you today, which is a more in-depth walk around of a factory, but I just haven't really felt up to it, unfortunately. I'm hoping to maybe get that out next week, early next week. So if you're interested in seeing that, it's a Mad Max inspired weapons factory. Subscribe, and that will be out next week. Promise. Fingers crossed, Scouts Honor. I've just realised this is 20 minutes long on a 3-minute trailer. This shows you how much is in there. So if I only missed anything, pop it in the comments. Subscribe for new videos like that Mad Max Weapons Factory tour that I'm doing next week. And I've been Scratch. I'll see you in the next video.